Hey, Creekside friends, family, it is good to connect with you again in this way. Let me first start by saying I miss you and miss being in person with you as we continue to endure in just the different locations that we're at, the different kind of ways that we're going through this season, whether that's working from home, being still at our jobs at the front line of things, or in a lot of turmoil as maybe jobs have changed or ended and maybe going through some difficulty. We just continue to pray for and lift each other up to the Lord. Today I just wanted to touch base with you on a couple things and just share hopefully an encouraging word. Also, the two things I just want to highlight are this last Sunday we launched our Right Now Media resource, and so you should have received that email on Sunday morning around 9:30. Check your spam folder if you haven't. Please click on it and access it. It is something that is completely free to you. It's just our gift as a church to everyone that's part of Creekside as a discipleship resource. Ton of wonderful Bible studies, video materials, and other resources that are in there. So if you did not get that email, you can't find it, no worries. Just let us know, or just simply click on the link in the FYI email here below, and you can get access right there. And it's something for the whole family. There's a lot of good kid resources. You can cast it right onto your TV. There's a wonderful app. So just hopefully you can start using that individually, as well as perhaps hopefully in a small group, whether you're in one now or you want to start one or just do it with a few other people. Please use it. Next, you're going to be hearing some information coming up this coming week about a food truck that's going to start showing up at Creekside on our property on Thursday evenings and Saturday evenings. This is coming from our Team 167, which we have a specific team, but again, the Team 167 is all of us. And more info you'll find about it, but just a real nutshell, along with the Jubilee Reach thing that we've been doing every week, where we've been blessing 25 families with groceries every week. This is just another effort to reach out, especially for those who are challenged with just even being able to get food. So we're partnering with Renewal Food Bank to hand out vouchers that are going to be for particularly clients of theirs that are in need, and that we can bless them with a meal. And so that's one main reason why we're hosting this food truck. But it's also to bless the small businesses, the local businesses. I think the number I saw was maybe the food trucks have been decimated in the Bellevue area to about 20% that are now operating. And so it's just simply a blessing to a local small business in that way. And so while we're handing out vouchers, and that's free food for those who have the voucher each week, we're also encouraging you and our neighbors, we want to bless our neighborhood, to show up on Thursdays and Saturdays. I think it's, I believe it's called Athenos, that the food truck is. So Greek food, Greek comfort food. You can click the links that are in our communications this week to find the menu and everything, but invite friends. It will be a chance just to drop by. Again, it's all still socially distanced, just like any other food truck. So not meant to be a hyper gathering spot, but just a chance to grab some good food and to be a blessing in multiple ways. So the word of encouragement that I just wanted to share with you comes from Isaiah. And this verse has been popping up in conversations. It keeps coming to my mind. I believe Isaiah 43, verse 19. I don't have it right in front of me, but I believe it is this verse where God says to the Israelites in that context, "See, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? It's blooming. It's blooming right before you." And I just give you that verse, that word that, again, has been coming up in conversations and prayer times that we've been having as an encouragement. God is doing some new things. This is a very difficult, hard season for our world, for our community, for our church, for those who we love and dearly love. But in the midst of such challenge and suffering and just hardship, God is doing some new things, and maybe you've perceived this already. Maybe you have seen this at work, but particularly if not, I would invite you to be praying through that. Pray through that verse. God, if you're doing something new, would you show me? Would you show me what that new thing is in my life? Would you show me what that new thing is in my family, my community, my friendship, my workplace? God, what are you doing that's new? Help me to see what it is. And if it's an invitation that, God, you're calling me into, would you grant me the boldness to follow you into that new thing? And I invite us to be praying that at that individual level, at kind of that family level, but also to be praying that over our church. Because as we're in this season, as our governor has and the governing authorities have kind of laid out the plan of these 4 phases, we're watching that as the leadership of the church. I'm watching that as your pastor, and over the coming weeks, we'll be continuing to work and develop on what that means and looks like for us as a church. But one of the big things that not just us as Creekside, but I'm having with a lot of other pastors, this conversation of what is God doing that's new in the church. What does that mean for us moving forward? And friends, it's probably the 100% certain thing is that what we've gone through in this season means we cannot go back to exactly what we have done in the past. And I don't know what I mean by that. I'm not like being cryptic. I'm just simply saying that God is doing some new things, and we have to pay attention to what the Spirit is doing in our midst as a church, and be flexible and open to following Him in perhaps new ways. Maybe it's not too different. Maybe it's radically different. I don't know. Again, not being cryptic. But that's our prayer, and I want you to be praying for us as a church. Pray for me, our staff, our leadership team, as we have these ongoing conversations. Lord, what is it? How are you calling us forward out of this season? Because we will get back together eventually, hopefully sooner than later. We want to be wise and cautious in that timing. But we also want to be doing it completely on God's mission, not on our agenda, not on our plan, but on His. So I invite you to be praying that at your personal level, as a church level, not just as Creekside, but the broader church too. And look forward to seeing you, being with you this coming Sunday, and we'll have more to share about other things that are going on Sunday and beyond.